So that is where you have to be clear enough to choose the right solution, to build the right solution, and then make sure that your existing system is not hampered. Let's say, on the help portal, first thing, okay, so you have already. You have certain libraries. You can create your own libraries also, right? And then under libraries, you have some sort of functions which are predefined and you can utilize this. That's any programming. Yeah, that's a standard for any programming language, right? Yes, so similarly in Netsuite also you have different libraries available. Okay, this is called a module. In the Netsuite world, we call it module. Now there are different modules available to perform some activities, and under each module there are different APIs available. Okay, yeah, this is the entire feed script. Honestly speaking, there are, tons of modules, and every module has different APIs available, and this is all you have to use when you write a feed script. Let's say, if you need to create a record, you have record module. Under record module, you have a record.create API that is used to create a record. Correct. If you want to save a record under the same module, you have a record.save API. You have to use that API to save a record. So let's say, the module names are generally n/record. That is how Netsuite will record. Netsuite module names are defined. Yeah, so you have this n/record right now. Under this module, you will have different. Let's say, if I go to the module tab. You see under modules, these are the number of modules which are available in Netsuite, right? Okay, you got it. So every module has different functionality. So it's called module record module is used for record creation, deletion, save, insert, submit field, update field. Anything right? Yes, you have. Let's say runtime. Runtime is to get all the runtime written information, like user information, role information, when you're running a script. Then you have search modules to define any searches. Like, if you want to build a search within a script to perform some tasks, you have to use a lookup field API and all that. That's when you use a search module. Then, similarly, you have SFTP module. If you're using an SFTP, like if you're creating an SFTP connection to create a connection to upload a file, to save, to disconnect, create connection, all that you use SFTP module. Then you have task module. If you want to create any tasks in the script, task can be any task, like if you want to perform. Let's say, if you want to do a CSV import within a script, that will be used. That will be done using a task module. Basically, you're creating a task. Task is nothing but to perform CSV import, right? Similarly, you have UI server widget. This is to create a form. If you want to create your own custom form using a script, this is the module you use. XML information. XML related function of API is under XML module. Then you have file rated, all the APIs under file module. If you want to create a file, you want to upload it in particular folder. If you want to download an existing file, all that, right? Then you have email module. If you want to send an email, then you use the email module. If you want to do something with the currency, then you have currency module. So like that, there are all these modules available. And under every module you have different APIs. Yeah, let's say end flash record. Module, API, end/record module, then you have end/record module, members, right? See, these are all the objects. And then methods are nothing but APIs. Okay, so you have record.attach. You have record.copy. You have record.create. You have record.delete. You have record.detach, record.load, record.submit fields, record.transform. Transform is when you want to transform one record into another record. Let's say you want to transform a sales order into invoice. Okay, that is transform API. Transform a record. See a transformer record from one type to another type. That is a use transform API. Okay, then you have all these methods available, understood. So, similarly like this is your record module now. You understood about modules and APIs. Now write. Yes, no. Just clear about this. Right. So initially, when you start working on feed script, right, obviously you will not remember every single module and API. So you go to help portal and look for the right module and API here, and then you get the syntax and that syntax. So let's say, if I click on record, let's say, create write record. Create it will show you all the information like, what are the parameters? Okay, what are the general error you get? And then you have a code snippet. Okay, so this is how you use record.create. Record.create has 3 parameters. You have type. You have as dynamic, and then you have default value if you're providing any. Okay, so you can come to any API and look for the syntax, and then you can utilize accordingly in your script. So initially, obviously, you will not remember any of these APIs and the syntax. So you can come to help portal. You can look for it. Yes, yeah, correct, yes, eventually, when you start working on it, you will easily remember things like basic API, record, create or get value, and all that you will easily remember because you have used. You're using it continuously, right, but if there's something new, obviously you can come here and look for it. Okay, so this is all about your Suite Script API. How do you use Help Portal for C Script, API scripting your information and templates? Everything is available here, right? Now one last thing I'm going to cover, and then we're going to end this session here. Okay, governance, okay. So what governance is now? To build this entire thing and, since you understand that it is in cloud and there is there's a space constraint and everything and execution limitation to build it in an optimized way, like if you are working on script, and to use it in an optimized way, okay, next, it has come up with this concept of governance. So every API function or every API you use will have their own governance usage. So governance, consider it as a limit user sort of a thing, like you. You remember, with the space allocation from concept, right? Yes. Write in any programming language. Consider governance of lab like, let's say, API. If you use record.create API, it's going to consume 20 units from your space, for example. Okay, consider it that way. That is called governance in nature. So every API you use has a governance usage. Like record.create. Has 20 record.submit field. Also has 20 record.submit field. If you go to any API here, it will show you governance uses. Also see the governance or record. Create a step on the governance transaction is 10 units. If you are creating a custom record, it is 22 units. Any other record time.